What's up, YouTube world? It is SJG Perspective, and I wanted to do a quick little video, and we all know what a quick little video means when I'm talking about it, right? Do we not? On Nancy Pelosi. So Nancy Pelosi recently tweeted out, AG Barr has confirmed the staggering partisan effort by the Trump administration to spin the public's view of the Mueller report, complete with acknowledgement that the Trump team received a sneak preview. It's more urgent than ever that special counsel Mueller testify before Congress. So Nancy in this tweet is just so upset. She's so upset because apparently the Trump team got to review the Mueller report before it was released and made public. Here's the thing: we all know that Mueller was not on the side of Trump, right? At any way, shape, and form. He went through 2 years trying so hard to find anything that they could, just anything that they could, to prove that President Trump colluded, right, with the Russians. And if he didn't collude, he obstructed justice, right? And if he didn't obstruct justice, he is just a really bad person, and we need to find something to impeach him, as Warren and some of these other leftists are now trying to do because they're grasping at straws and they're starting to revive the whole let's impeach him rhetoric. But anyways, back to Nancy. So Nancy thought it was just inappropriate. It was completely, thoroughly, and totally inappropriate for Trump to be given access, right, to this report prior to it being released. But here's the funny part, and the one that's just a little bit doesn't make a lot of sense, right, with her saying that, because she said something a little different back in 1998. Why don't we just take a listen and let Nancy take a listen to Nancy.
It is from that perspective that I have several questions to ask. If indeed what we're talking about here today is the process under which the Starr report will be released, why then have the airwaves been filled with it, details of the Starr report, for the last 36 hours? That has supposedly been under lock and key. Here one can only assume the leaks are coming from the independent counsel's office. Oh,
so in this scenario, she's upset about leaks, right? In this scenario, it's really wrong that there's been leaks coming out. Before, there were 2 years, two years, we had nothing but conjecture and leaks happening. And the Democrats were all about it. In those scenarios, it's democracy and it's the right to know. But in this scenario, where it's her president, right, and she sings a whole different tune about all these leaks and so on and so forth. But I'm sorry, Nancy, carry on.
My second question is directly to you, Mr. Speaker. Why would you not afford the President of the United States the same opportunity that you were given by the Ethics Committee of having almost a week's notice, advance notice to review the charges against you, and so that you could have your response be part of the report? My third question is, I think, relates to our founding fathers. When they look at this, oh, let me just say first, the good news about the leaks is that this 4-year investigation apparently vindicates President Clinton in the
I think she meant to say Trump. Oh, no, she's talking about Clinton.
Conduct of his public life, because we're only left with this personal stuff. And I believe that our founding fathers...
30 seconds additional, Mr. Chairman.
I believe the last question is, what would our founding fathers think of this course we are embarking on today? I think they would say it was not for the investigation of a president's personal life that we risked our lives, our liberty, and our sacred honor. I know they would not want us to rush to judgment.
You are welcome. Thank you. But what did she say right back here?
Clinton in the conduct of his public life, because we're only left with this personal. Say first, the good news about the leaks is that this 4-year investigation apparently vindicates President Clinton in the conduct of his public life. Say first, the good news about the leaks is that this 4-year investigation apparently vindicates President Clinton. Say first, the good news about the leaks is that this 4-year investigation apparently vindicates President Clinton. Say first, the good news about the leaks is that this 4-year investigation apparently vindicates President Clinton in the conduct of his public life, because we're only left with this personal stuff. with this personal stuff, with this personal stuff, with this personal stuff, with this personal stuff. And I believe that our founding fathers...
30 seconds additional, Ms. Chairman.
I believe the last question is, what would our founding fathers think of this course we are embarking on today? I think they would say it was not for the investigation of a president's personal life. It's not for the investigation of a president's personal life. It's not for the investigation of a president's personal life that we risked our lives, our liberty, and our sacred honor. I know they would not want us to rush to judgment.
Well said, Nancy. Well said. That was well said. I think you couldn't say it better than, well, all the conservatives have been saying thus far. I don't think we could say it any better. So I think on that note, we'll just say thank you so much for the internet and for being able to go back. And maybe she's just so old she's forgotten she said this. But here's the beautiful part about the internet. We can find that you said different things at different times, right? And I'm sure people could try to say, well, we could just put a whole list of what Trump has said and do da-da-da. But here, what we're talking about right now is we're talking about the Mueller report, and we're talking about how the left has lost their brains and thinks that there's something impeachable in this report. When Robert Mueller, who doesn't even like Trump, has said, yeah, there's really nothing we can find that he's done that is illegal. There was no collusion. And all of a sudden, the stories get twisted and turned to where it's redirection and it's just spin. The spin machine is on overdrive to make you think that what President Trump has done has been impeachable and is so unethical and is so terrible. And when you look at the whole thing in fact land and not upside down world, you understand, yep, this is pretty much a nothing burger. Can we move on now and see about him getting some stuff done that he wants to and quit playing politics? But we know with your TDS that you hate him so much that probably never will happen. So we just need to be reminding the public that Nancy Pelosi and her ilk are absolutely hypocritical idiots. And let's call it out on every corner as we can so that people can maybe start to see the truth and maybe we can just start to move on and not live in this upside down world and this absolute spin world that we live in, and then accuse Trump of all the spinning that he does. Anyways, until next time, if you like what I have to say, great. If not, don't listen. And it's SJG Perspective. Please tune in again for some upcoming episodes and live streams. Hit the like button and share this out. All right, until next time, I will talk to you later. Without fear or animus, it's Steven. Bye.